Everything you think you know about Ghanaian food might be wrong. Hold on, what do I mean? Your favorite gari, fufu, benku, akplan, I know you love them. Even the tomato stew that you love so much. Let me shock you. Most of the food crops that make up all those things that I mentioned are not originally from Africa.
No.
Hold it. What is this guy saying? Yes, let me bust your bubble. This all goes back to one global event which is called the Columbian Exchange. Have you heard of it before? After 1492, Europeans began moving food crops, animals across different continents, and that included Ghana. And this was the era of first slavery and colonization. So we also benefited from this project that certain food crops made their way into our country. Now all these food crops form the foundation of what we call our traditional food or our staple food. Are you aware of this? Now you may be wondering which kinds of food crops actually made their way into our country. So I'll start by mentioning these food crops: cassava, chili pepper or what we call hot pepper, pineapple, maize, yes, maize, groundnut and tomato. They all made their way to this country or this continent. All these crops didn't just come to the continent of Africa. They came during the era of colonization or slavery, one after the other. The Europeans that you hate so much were the very people who brought these crops. And mind you, even the cocoa, first of all, was brought by the Europeans. Here's the thing. The next time you see these third wave Pan-Africanists just talking evil about everything white, the story should be told right, because they never say all of this to us to know. Even in our textbooks, they're able to hide some of these major achievements because they are achievements because one would wonder what our ancestors were eating before the Europeans came. If the food crops they brought today have become our major traditional food or they've become our staple food, now the story must be told systematically and must be right that most of these food crops were brought to us by the very Europeans that the third wave Pan-Africanists hate so much. They brought all these food crops for us. Cassava takes over every single meal that we eat in Africa. The same thing applies to maize, tomato, groundnut, chili pepper, pineapple, all these, including coconut actually. Therefore, not everything that we see actually comes from the continent of Africa. There are so many places where other things actually came from for our survival, including certain kinds of rice. So the next time somebody tells you about colonization and slavery and tries to mention certain other things, bring this to the person's notice so that we can all tell the truth or tell the history of this continent the right way, not always the emotional part about slavery and colonization. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for watching this video, and don't forget to subscribe to the channel for Elite TV where you get the best of history, and also give the video a thumbs up. Hit the notification button so that anytime I drop anything new, you'll certainly be the first to know. See ya.